Hello, Sunil. How are you?
Hello. Thank you so much for having me. It's like such an honor to be here. Thank you.
Actually, I came across your YouTube videos by chance.
Okay.
I think I was watching some other videos and I saw your comment and I jumped into your channel. And I was quite impressed by the production of your videos and the clarity and of course your playing. So, uh, what kind of equipment have you been using for the videos? Do you have any help from outside or it's just one man show?
I mean, yeah, I just started posting a lot during the lockdown because I had more free time that time. So I have a Bluetooth mic, which is the Yeti microphone, which I'm using currently as well. And then just very minimal stuff. Like I have a ring light as well, which I'm using here. And then I just make sure the lighting is good enough and I have a good sound quality with the mic, and then we used to edit the app like the music on a software called Reaper, which I just did the minimal edits like removing the background noise and all that stuff, just the raw sound with the video. Like my parents
Yes, yes.
obviously helped me a lot as well, like they helped me set up a lot of things and then they record with me, and then it's a like a nice collective process which we do.
Yes, yes, it's very essential because on YouTube you have to look good, and it helps to to show the audience. And there are very few people, especially from India, who are having good production for their videos. Who are taking the time for that. So, what guitar or guitars are you currently using or playing?
Um, I actually started off like how everyone starts off. Like I had the basic Yamaha C40 or C81. Then I started upgrading as my teacher kept telling me, okay, you need a better sound and you need more projection. So I bought the Manuel Rodriguez next, and then after that, once I got to an advanced level, um, I bought Johannes Moller's guitar at that time, which was the Martinez. SF16 DS69, and then now I use actually I won this guitar in a competition in 2019. It's Young CEO. He's a luthier from South Korea. I use his guitar. He like specially handmade it for me when I won it, and then he had taken my preferences as to how I play, and then uh, I'm really grateful for that guitar. Like it sounds
Oh,
really
good. Yeah.
beautiful, and
Yes, yes. I think I saw his name in one of your videos or
yeah.
something. Yes, yes. Is it a traditional made or a double top or a lattice? You have any idea about it? Is it
I'm
fan braced or
I'm not that sure about that
okay, okay.
aspect, but
Yes, yes. But of course, the good guitar helps. Yes.
yes. So I'm using the Young CEO's guitar, special edition 2019 model.
Okay. Now, uh, Sunil, like coming down to the basics, where are you from? Where are you now? What are you doing
Yeah.
academically or what?
I'm actually from Tamil Nadu at Chennai, but I live in Bangalore, and I am currently studying my undergraduate engineering. I just finished my second year, and I parallelly balance guitar with my engineering. Like I've done my graded exams in guitar. I've done till the performance diploma level, the ARSM from ABRSM,
Oh, very
and
good. Okay.
yeah, I've just been. I love competing a lot. I've participated in a lot of competitions, and I started giving concerts as well.
Okay. Have you competed abroad or mostly in India?
I've competed all of most of the major competitions in India, and abroad I have competed in the Asia International Guitar Competition in 2021, and I had won the merit prize in that in the finals.
Oh, very good. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So, you're so young and uh, why CG? Why classical guitar? Why, how it came about you? Are your parents musicians or how did it come? Because young guys like you go into maybe rock guitar,
Rock,
metal
yeah.
guitar, and all that. So, why classical guitar?
Yeah, actually, like my father himself is a classical guitarist. He used to play as like when he was younger, and he is actually self-taught. So he like it's like an inspiration for me. He like laid down the foundation for me to start learning classical guitar. Like, you know, as every kid, they are mostly drawn into, you know, keyboard and piano at a young age. I was also drawn into that, so I started, you know, fiddling around with the keyboard at home, which I had. I used to play like off ear, like listening by ear. I used to try to like pick up playing the notes on the keyboard. So I think my parents saw that, okay, he has a good ear to listening to things, and then I think he should try out playing. I think making it professional or under a certain standard way of doing things. So then my dad, he told me, okay, let's try out classical guitar since I also learned it. If you need any help, I can be there to help you as well. So I started classical guitar from then. I had no idea what it is, what it was at that point. I'm like, okay, guitar. In my mind, I was like, okay, when I grow up, I'll be playing all these rock solos and everything. I had the same thing in mind. But then I was drawn into this classical guitar music once I started playing it, and then seeing, okay, there is so much in depth of, you know, detail in this type of music, which is in a way, in its own way, it's hard to do.
Yes. Um, what is a normal practice day, guitar day? Like how many hours? What do you start with? Or you just directly jump into the repertoire you are wanting to study? How is a normal guitar day?
I don't think I have a normal guitar day anymore considering my engineering
Yeah.
schedule.
Yes.
So, like, if I find time, usually I just jump right into my pieces, like a specific passage to warm up myself, and then I just pick it up from there. If I have like, if I could steal 1 hour here and there, I used to pick up my guitar and just try to play that passage as like throughout that 1 hour to make that perfect. Um, Otherwise, if I'm really free, I just do like big practice bursts like in the weekend, and that goes on like sometimes 6 hours as well, or
Wow,
five
that's
hours.
big time. Yeah, yeah, okay. You make
Yeah,
up for the full week.
yeah. So it goes
What
on like
about your yeah, yeah. What about your stage fright? You said you have practiced, you have participated in many competitions. Like stage fright is even the big
big,
performers face. It's a
yeah.
natural thing. How do you? What is your mindset at that time when you're walking to the stage, facing hundreds of people?
Usually, like, yeah, it is really nerve wracking. Like, I have like a specific routine, I guess. So like the night before I sleep, like before my competition or a performance, I like imagine myself playing on that stage the next day. I picture like my whole repertoire, like my finger movements of each piece on the stage, like I'm playing to the audience. I don't know.
Mhm.
I think that helps me to like mentally prepare for my big day coming tomorrow. So that my whole concert runs through my head in my sleep, and then I wake up and I play. It's something like
That
that.
makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense. Yes. Um, uh, like you're very young, but old repertoire or the contemporary composers, which do you prefer, or it's a mix of both?
It's obviously a mix of both, I feel, because I feel you need a different ear for both, and you need different skill set for both also. Like contemporary repertoire, like Frescobaldi, Dowland, all of them, they are like so rich in their music and their counterpointal music, Bach. All of them, it's like you need to go to the depth to understand what they're trying to convey and how was the situation in that era of music, which needs to be studied as well, I feel. So before like playing a piece, you need to know its background to play, and then you can get out its true emotions of the whatever the composer wanted to convey. And modern repertoire is also really challenging. I play quite a lot of modern repertoire as well. Like the I play the Nikita Koshkin's Fall of Birds, and lot of Turina and Turina Sonata. That's also pretty modern. So it requires a lot of skill. It's more demanding as well, and that's what I feel about modern repertoire. And then it's really fun to play at times because your guitar, like traditionally your fingers aren't used to like trying out different things, and then when you see the repertoire and see what the composer had in his mind, I'm like, okay, the guitar could do such things, like beating this area of the guitar or plucking the string outside the bridge, anything like that. It kind of fascinates me. Like, okay, this is really good what the composer had in mind. How does he come up with thoughts like that? That still intrigues me.
Okay. Uh, Strings. Do you pick up any strings in the market, or you're a fan of a particular brand?
Yeah, I I mostly play the Savaris normal tension strings.
Okay, so
Um,
they are nice. Yes, yes.
I actually came across that when I used to use the Diadario because they were more like little cheaper than the more expensive strings. Like once I won some of the strings in competitions, I realized that okay, these strings are really good. I would like to have them. And then after that time, like if I buy strings, it's only Savaris, normal tension or anything like that.
Uh, you said that you have had performance diploma ABRSM.
Yeah.
Over the years, from the time you started or even now, do you must have had some teachers, or uh, can you tell me about your teachers,
Yeah.
or have you had teachers online or within India or abroad? How?
It's actually both. So one, I started off when I was, I think so, 9 or 10 years old. I went to the Bangalore School of Music. There, initially, my teacher was Mr. Karanjeet, and he was a really like fantastic teacher. He used to like make sure that my basics were right, and then we used to focus a lot on like getting my posture, my right hand position, left hand position. So like it has to be like in such a way. It has to be in that way only. So he like really made it hard on me to make my basics right, so that he always kept telling me that if your posture and your technique is right, you're going to manage any of your repertoire in your future. So that really like opened my eyes. Like I realize it now that okay, what he told was actually true, because if without that I feel like I would have got like different pains or joint pains or something. So I really thank him for making my posture and basics really sound and strong. Then after a while, then I shifted on to another teacher in Bangalore School of Music. Once I got more advanced, his name is Mr. Len. Um, he Once I passed my like grade 4 and grade 5 exam, I switched on to him, and then he helped me with the more advanced pieces like after grade 5, and I kept learning a lot of pieces under him, and then we worked on advanced techniques as well. And then I was really ambitious at that time. I told my teacher, Len, like I want to learn the Asturias piece. I'm really fascinated by it. Like, can you please teach me?
Yes,
And
yes.
okay, at that point, okay, I might not had the skill, but my teacher was like, okay, I can. He actually like still taught me like, okay, this is how you play it, but you'll get it later on. So that was a really nice phase of mine, the Asturias phase. I think every guitarist goes through the Asturias
Yes, yes.
phase.
It is like the Hotel California
But
of the
yeah,
classical
classical
guitar.
guitar. And then
Any other teachers or?
yeah. Now, like after a certain level, like after I passed my grade 7 exam, grade 8 exam, I needed like a higher like level teachers. So during one of the festivals in our Bangalore School of Music, there's this French guitarist who came in 2017. His name is Lazar Sharona, and I took a master class with him, and then I approached him. I asked him if he could teach me. I really like the way he teaches in his master class, and I was really inspired by that. So I had learned under him for 2 years almost, and he really like honed my technique to uh, like the next level. Like I couldn't have made much more technical advances in my playing without him. Now currently I learn with a Thai guitarist, Padet Netpakdi. He's in Thailand. So I keep learning advanced pieces with him, and then we keep talking about once in 2 weeks, and then we exchange knowledge and interpretation.
I was one day very, in fact, happy and like shocked. Like there was, I think, some live meeting of guitarists. I think it was organized by the Indian Guitar Federation or
Federation.
something,
Yeah.
where you played the Prelude 1006A live. Am I
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I was, oh my God. I said, yes, I saw that. I was witnessing that. There were many also other small kids who were also playing beautifully. And suddenly you came and you played this prelude, which is one of the most difficult in
Bach,
the
yes.
repertoire. Yes. Um, uh, who is your like favorite composer? Of course, there are many. Music is a huge
Yeah.
world, but any favorite composer that you always go back to learn some
I
pieces?
I really love Spanish music. I feel it's really challenging. So I learn a lot of Tarrega pieces and the I love Torina as well. Torina and Rodrigo. Joaquin Rodrigo.
Oh, Rodrigo is very difficult.
Yeah,
Yes.
really
Have you tried?
challenging.
Yes. Have you tried your hands on any ensemble, chamber, duo,
Uh,
orchestra?
I recently, I think with the GFA last year, I had played a trio piece, which was a commission piece
Yes,
for
yes,
us.
yes, yes, yes. I had seen that video as
Yeah.
well. I think so. Yes,
So
if I
that was
remember right. Yeah.
that was my most recent work with playing ensemble or trio music. So that was
Yes.
pieces called Three Wishes by the guitarist and composer Elodie Boni.
Okay.
And
And
currently, like
yeah,
my, I think my current favorite composer and guitar musician is Johannes Moller. I'm like a big fan of him.
yeah. I
I
think I've seen a couple of
lot of
pieces you have played on the YouTube.
Yeah, I've
Yes.
had the chance of meeting with him and playing his compositions to him as well in the Kolkata Guitar
Okay.
Festivals.
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
I was really amazed at his album India. Like he has gone in such a deep level of understanding our Indian ragas and music, and he's composed based on that. I felt it was like I was really amazed by that, and I really wanted to play it because he has done something for India, and then I felt that okay, as an Indian, I have to play his at least his Indian album music. So I play almost most of his music from his album India.
Okay. While you were studying at the Bangalore School of Music, and then after you did private studies with the French guitarist or
Yeah.
the Thai guitarist teacher, uh, was there any special books that they used to refer to, or it was like, they give you a piece and they teach you some important things of that piece, or did you go through a particular curriculum?
Yeah. When I was studying in the Bangalore School of Music, yeah, I went through like a proper curriculum with like this certain set of books for your exercises and then sight reading, and then the obviously the graded pieces exam books. I used to learn pieces from that and then playing. And as and when I got more advanced, it was like okay, I want to learn this piece. I'll learn it first, and then I'll come and show it to my teacher, and then we would have a discussion, and he would give his interpretations, and we would fix on like how to beautify the piece. And I felt that okay, when initially the initial stages, it has to be like structured so that you actually go through of how to learn music or how to play music. That is really important, I feel.
Yes. Actually, I'm very happy to know that, uh, India is uh, two Indian guitarists have gone international, and I see their videos on YouTube. And even the production of their videos on YouTube, their playing is really fantastic on an international level. Uh, so, uh, have you dabbled with uh, other forms of the music like flamenco, jazz, or have you been purely classical?
Once I was exposed to guitar music, I'm just been doing classical guitar music itself. Like I have not tried much as jazz or flamenco, but I do know a few techniques of flamenco which is used in my pieces, like the rasguedos and all the different style of strumming. And I've not actually tried any jazz music as such. 'Cause I have not really found the opportunity to try it. I would definitely try to like to like explore different genres of music, but in my viewpoint, I feel that I want to go to the depth of one genre of music completely so that I have the knowledge. of what I really like.
Yes, because uh, you're absolutely right. A big part of the repertoire of classical guitar also comes from South America,
Yeah,
which is a mixture of folk and jazz and Afro kinds of rhythms,
correct.
and uh, sometimes very complex music also. Do you have any favorite composers or pieces from down there in your repertoire, or have you played before?
I think Agustin Barrios, a Paraguayan composer. I play the La Cathedral, then his tremolo pieces, the Una limosna para el amor de Dios, and I just recently learned the bigger tremolo piece of his, the Un sueño and La Floresta,
Oh, that's a
and
very difficult one,
yeah,
big one.
lot of stretches. It really pains my
Yes, yes,
hand.
yes, yes.
And
You
then
are having big hands, or how is your hands?
yeah, I think I have pretty big hands. Like
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like almost 6 feet, so yeah, my hands are pretty big.
Okay, very good. What is your repertoire made of? Do you update your repertoire? Uh, I know you are a busy guy with your studies and all that academically. What is the how do you update your repertoire? Is it based on competitions or mood, or is it monthly or 6 monthly? How it is? Or and please mention what is your current repertoire.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, actually, it's a it's a mixture of everything. It depends on competition, depends on mood, depends on monthly, yearly. So if I'm competing, I want to choose a piece goes which shows all techniques of the guitar and like shows a lot of dynamic ranges. And my interpretation of that piece should be, I feel that that should be my go-to piece, like because I interpret that piece really well. I feel that I'm comfortable with it. So that's with respect to competitions. And if I'm playing a concert, like if it's 45 minutes or 1 hour, depending on that, I make sure that I cover all different regions of music, like from the Baroque or Renaissance till the modern era. I make sure that my repertoire is well balanced out. I think recently I played in the Young Musician of the Year competition in Mumbai in December. I had played Frescobaldi, starting from the Renaissance um, period. Then I had played the Turina Sonata OP 61, the whole sonata. Then I played the Koyan Baba by Carlo Domenicani. Um, I also played Barrios's Una Limosna por el amor de Dios, and one more piece I'm forgetting, the Tarega's Gran Hota.
Okay. You might have had during the concert because the Koyun Baba, the tuning is I think C sharp minor
C
or
sharp minor,
something.
yeah.
So how did you manage to do that quickly?
I mean, like I have a tuner, so I don't need
Yeah.
to completely rely on my ear. So once I
Okay.
finish the piece, I just like turn away and silently tune, and then get back and I start. It's a really fun piece to play. Like you deeply dive into the meditative state of that piece, and it just goes on.
So is this your current repertoire? What you mentioned?
This is my
Uh,
current repertoire, yes, which I've been working on for at least 3 years.
oh, very good.
Yeah,
Yes, because uh, uh, I read somewhere Segovia used to say sometimes it used to take him at least 1 year for a particular piece to
develop, yes.
to develop it to get under the skin,
Yeah.
like that. And
Every year I
uh,
just try to switch up like two or three pieces at max in my repertoire. I learn something new and I switch up. Or if I'm practicing something really new, I don't usually play it at a competition or a concert. But if I'm really confident with it, I might actually play it. So again, the mood factor as well comes in there.
yes, and of course time also because you're studying for your what engineering you're doing.
I'm doing my computer science engineering.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Any plans to go abroad for your masters?
Yeah. Hopefully, if things go well, yes. After, yeah.
Good, good, good. Uh, memorization.
Mm-hmm.
Memorization is a very important factor when you're playing concerts.
Correct.
Uh, yes, of course, even the big time players also are using nowadays iPad
Mm-hmm.
and other even sheet music, the good old sheet music.
Yeah.
What about you? What is your take on memorization? How do you memorize? And during the concert, how do you perform?
Memorization, I actually don't have much problem with memorizing music. I feel, I don't know, maybe because I just keep looking at the same set of lines for a day. If it's just the same, 4 or 5 lines of music, I just keep practicing that. It just automatically comes to my muscle memory and then in turn my memory. So I actually never had much of a problem of memorizing music. So while playing competitions or anything, once I because I keep practicing the piece a lot of times, even if sometimes my mind is not there for like a split second, my hand automatically moves there. Like I don't know how it happens. Like um, sometimes if I'm like really scared or on stage or something, um, memory slips or memory lapses happen on stage. So that time, either like I start, if it ever happen, I start the piece from the point where I got the memory lapse, or sometimes if I'm lucky, it just goes to my finger automatically moves to the next place where it has to go, and then I like, oh, okay, thank God, like I didn't like mess up the piece over there.
Yes, yes. Yeah, because I have heard big time concert artists also have had this issue. Sometimes they have walked out of the stage because
Stage.
of
Yeah, yeah,
the. Yes, this is very human. This is normal.
yeah.
Uh, uh, it has been wonderful talking to you, Sunil. Uh, you know, uh, youngsters like you have a lot of energy, and you have a lot of time to hone your skills
Yes,
in whatever
definitely.
direction you want to take. You readily accepted my request to join our WhatsApp group,
Yeah.
and you and young people like Siddharth as well. And we have in our group very good some teachers, some
Yes.
performers. I hope to also converse with them in the near future. You have any ideas which you would like to share with me or with some of our members on how to develop our group, so that we can spread the classical guitar music?
Yeah, firstly, like I would like to thank you because you've been like really motivating everyone, and then you've been constantly like being like a well wisher for all of us, and then motivating all of us to come together in a platform, and then sharing our music ideas, and then like just encouraging all of us. It's like it's really needed, and it's really I really thank you for that. And then
Welcome.
yeah, and I feel that we can have regular meetings or like a concert playing to each other. And all of us live in different parts of India, so that would be tough to meet up at a common point sometimes. Or we could have workshops from the more advanced teachers in our group, and that would be really helpful for all of us, I feel.
Yeah, that's a good idea. At least once a year, if majority of the players and members can meet
Can
up
meet. Yeah,
physically,
that's the
that will be really. It's a very good idea. Like somewhere, some way, we have to make an effort. At least
correct.
this thing. Yes. I wish you all the best, Sunil, and
Thank you so much.
I really want you to continue your playing and love for the classical guitar even after
Definitely.
you become an engineer, and like that.
Definitely.
So yes, thank you once again,
Thank you so much
and
for having me.
see you in the near future.
Thank you.
Thank you.